Hello and welcome back to Midlife Curiouses. As you know, I've been talking about my trip to South Korea and giving you tips and ideas so you can plan your own. Today's video is going to be about the single most special adventure we had on our trip. And it's something that really makes Jeju stand out as a destination among other places in Korea. Now, Jeju was the first place we visited, and it's a beautiful island with many things to see and do. Also, since we went there at the end of June, the weather was very pleasant, warm, and humid with a lovely breeze and only occasional showers. We found out it is popular among a lot of tourists, foreigners and Koreans alike, to rent bikes when they visit Jeju. So, considering the weather, this was a no brainer for us. We jumped on the idea immediately. We were looking up rental stores in Jeju long before our trip, and when we found a nice looking store, we called them to enquire. The person who took the call spoke English fortunately because it was our first time directly communicating with someone in Korea. We told him we wanted to book two vehicles. We'd selected a scooter and a Honda motorcycle. He said it was possible and asked us to email our request as well. We did so and got a reply almost immediately acknowledging our requirements. We had already gotten our international driving permits done, which is an obvious prerequisite for this. You can get it done at any RTO in India and you can apply online or through agents for the same. You need a Type A international driving permit for renting a motorcycle or a scooter. If you want to rent a car, you'll need a Type B license. You should get it automatically if you have a four-wheeler, that is a light motor vehicle driving license in India. But I advise you not to opt for that because road rules for cars are quite strict in Korea and traffic is fast-paced. Also, please remember that you have to drive on the right side of the road and that may cause some confusion initially. You are much safer on a scooter, and since tourists are known to rent scooters and there are few other two-wheeled vehicles on the road, as long as you drive sensibly and safely and follow traffic signs and traffic rules, you don't need to worry. So on the day we reached Jeju, which was the day before our planned bike ride, we took a bus to the rental store, which is right next to the main Jeju intercity bus terminal. The same person who answered the call was there and he recognized us from our request. We asked him if we could rent the vehicles the next day and he said we could and that it was okay if we paid the next day as well. So we went there the following day. We needed to show him our passports and international driving permits and fill out a form with our hotel details. He then familiarized us with the working of the vehicles. He didn't need to do much since Indians are probably much more well versed with two-wheelers than people anywhere else in the world. We then asked him about parking. He told us that there was no designated parking for two-wheelers in Jeju. We could park anywhere out of the way, even on the sidewalk if required in an emergency, as long as we were not obstructing traffic or pedestrians or blocking other vehicles. We then paid and we were all set. He let us borrow helmets at no extra cost and gave us all a lot of freebies to take with us, like bandanas, hand sleeves to protect our arms from sunburn, and even nice packaged raincoats. Now in Korea, when something is given to you complimentary, they use the word sobis, which is how they say service, instead of saying free or complimentary. Both bikes were provided with handy phone holders too, so we could easily plot our route. An important thing to note is that Google Maps does not give turn-by-turn directions for cars or walking in South Korea, only transit routes. And you need to use one of the two indigenous South Korean map apps, that is Kakao Maps or Naver. Our choice was Kakao Maps since it seems to be more widely used, so that's what we went with. The interface language can be set to English, but a lot of location names are in Korean and you will get no results when searching in English. Now I can read Hangul, but if you can't, no worries. You can search for the place in English on Google Maps, copy the Hangul name that appears below the result and paste that into Kakao. That too works very well. So with some trial and error and with our sobis bandanas and hand sleeves, we set out on our way. Our first stop was Mongdol Beach, Nedo, because that's as far from Jeju city center as we wanted to go. We stopped for a while to enjoy the view and take pictures with the Nedo sign. We then drove on to Iho Teu Beach with its beautiful horse-shaped lighthouses, one red and one white. The breeze was so strong, it was an experience in itself. We then stopped for a bite at a Starbucks on the way. Vegetarians, please note that all Starbucks in Korea serve plant meat sandwiches that are vegetarian. They're also a little spicy and well suited to the Indian palate. Most Starbucks dishes are priced around 6,000 to 7,000 won, which is around 360 to 420 Indian rupees. To convert a Korean won price to Indian rupees, multiply by 6 and drop the last two zeros for a close approximation. Starbucks also had a variety of refreshing seasonal drinks with mango, dragon fruit, etc. The cheapest drink there is the most popular iced Americano, around 4,000 won. You can sweeten it with sugar syrup that is provided at the utensil counter. People who use artificial sweetener, please note that I didn't see it provided anywhere, so please carry your own. After lunch, we drove along the colorful Rainbow Road, which is a great place for taking photos. Next, we rode on to Yongdoam Rock. This is a small nature conservation park overlooking a natural rock formation in the shape of a dragon's head. Photos and videos don't do it justice, and the view from the point is also absolutely breathtaking. So this is a must-visit place. I also had my first taste of Jeju's signature Hallabong tangerines, which were being sold by a sweet old lady in a little store just next to the point. These are small and sugary sweet with a unique texture and beautiful flavor, so make it a point to try them. Now, even without having a further destination, just riding the bikes on the coastal roads of Jeju was thrilling. The wind is in your face the whole time and you have little to no traffic to worry about. We were allowed to keep the scooters till the next day, but we returned them the same evening around 6 p.m. as there was a storm warning issued for the next day. If you have a Korean SIM in your phone, you will receive these warnings and they are quite accurate as it really rained heavily the next day. So we made our way back to the rental store to return our vehicles. I highly recommend this store for anyone who wants to rent two-wheelers in Jeju, as their vehicles were in excellent condition and the person we dealt with was very polite, helpful and professional. I've put the name and location in the description box. Now on the way to the shop to return the bikes, we had passed Gwangdokjeong, which are beautiful historic government buildings. However, we decided to return the vehicles and then come back because this place has free entry after 6 p.m. Apart from the beautiful architecture, ancient toys are also displayed in the garden area, which you are allowed to try out. We then made our way back to our hotel, tired but exhilarated after our day, and I don't think there could have been a better way to start our vacation. To see more of our adventures and important tips on post-visa preparations, phone cards, travel cards and local transport, please like, subscribe and hit the bell icon for notifications. Bye for now.